It's my birthday! Well, it is my birthday week, and so I am bringing the bling to celebrate. Balmain inspired today, all thrifted. Of course, I've laid up the gold with this cool tea that I found. And to really kick things off, of course, we are going to go thrifting. I have been on my devices for way too long. She needs to get outside, feel the fresh air, check in with the thrift angels and see what they bestow upon us. I'm pretty sure I know what I want to wear to my birthday dinner with my gorgeous husband, but I'm open. You never know what we might see, so let's have a good old treasure hunt and get this birthday off to a very good start. Let's go. If you're new here, my name is Faye, and we talk all things thrift, vintage, sustainable fashion, and what I like to call Opshopulence. So around here we take secondhand, we reinvent it, and we turn it into first class chic. And we do that because it's much better for people and the planet. There are so many clothes and accessories for that matter in existence. It is much better for Mother Earth to use what we already have around us, and there is plenty. First things first, in this store, I could not walk past the accessories. Look at those cuffs. I actually have two very similar, so I left them there. But I was having a good sift through all of the necklaces. Isn't that cute? I'm really picky here, and I do take my time. I like to have a proper sift through. How cute is this? I was wishing it was better quality, but it was just a bit of a gimmicky costume piece, but it's so sweet. Made me think of Nashville. I always keep my eye out for natural fibers, things like wood. These shells were absolutely perfect. I look out for leather, I look out for natural crystals. This cuff was really cute. I liked the beading, but it just didn't have the quality that I'm after. It felt a little bit light and a bit cheapy, so I left that one there. Then I had a walk down this aisle and found this amazing little bag. Such a bummer that it's missing some of its little jewels, but like, how cute is it? And this one was really cute too, but again, because I'm picky McPicky, I just don't think that the quality was there with that one. It was a bit of a cheapy, sort of gimmicky one as well, but nice concept. I love me a good corset piece. I think they're a fantastic way to get a touch of couture to your outfit because you've got that inbuilt structure and tailoring, and I love teaming them over things. Like, doesn't that look cool over the singlet? Or you could do it over a button up, button down. You could do it over a dress. I was tempted to buy it and put orange feathers, ostrich feathers on the bottom of it, but let's be honest, I'm probably not going to do that. Are you like me and you have a death pile of things that you've got from the thrift store that you're going to DIY and you have the best intentions and you never do it? Yep, guilty as charged. Having a sift through the sleeveless and short sleeve shirts, and I'm always looking out for natural fibers. I'm looking for interesting details, quirk, things that just feel a bit unique. And as you know, if you're a thrifter, you've really got to sift through the fast fashion these days. Finding a rare bird can be tricky. I look out for the sleeves, I look out for material that stands out, and this piece did. It definitely gives me a bit of a bohemian Chloe feel. Looks like vintage, and it was a larger size too, which can be rare in a thrift store. When you find something you like, make sure you give it a good inspection, take it off the rack, hold it up in the light, feel the fabric, check the tag. There we go, 100% cotton. I don't know about you, but I'm a bit of a signs girly, so
I always look out for animal totems, feathers, angels, anything with wings. I'm a sucker. And dragonflies are a definite go-to for me. They're all about transformation, adaptability, new beginnings. We'll take all of that. This piece was cool. It was actually just a fast fashion piece, but I think it was Kmart or Target, but it had quite a cool weave to it. It almost reminded me of Missoni, and again, she was 100% cotton. So sometimes you can find good quality in fast fashion pieces in terms of fabrication. So speaking of that, here's another example. 100% cotton, fast fashion. I really liked the color of it. It almost had like an upcycled, reinvented men's shirt aesthetic. It's Glassons, brand new with the tags. Would you buy something like this from a thrift store? My train of thought is I'd much rather get a natural fiber, and I would much rather use what's in existence. Obviously, I wouldn't buy it new. But for me, the overarching issue is just how much waste there is in fashion and how much is already in existence. Anyway, tell me what you think. She's like a painting, this one. Gorgeous watercolor corset, and it had some really nice structure to it. And when I inspected the tag, viscose blend. Loved the shape of this bag. Isn't it unique? Really cute. This cuff was nice, but sadly just plastic. And I really liked this necklace. Had leather, natural shell, and then I realized she was missing a bit. How funny is this t-shirt? I'm not late, I'm just early for tomorrow. Period. Love that, our little slow fashion icon. Can I interest you in some Diamante claws for Halloween? Seriously, if you're not thrifting Halloween, what are you even doing? Look, it's a matching set. There's so much good stuff for Halloween. Don't buy a new costume. Definitely hit your local thrift. Then I hit the mother load of tribal jewelry extravaganzas. Look at this gorgeous piece. Really like that. Nice leather, cool medallion, some hand beading here. These beads were really pretty too. I spent my time here. This was nice. It was glass. It was really cool. I was in love with this statement neck piece, but absolutely bummed, this one here, but absolutely bummed that, look at the edge of it. So annoying, because I just love those colors and I loved the shape of it, but I just don't think that was fixable. These beads were really cool. They were wood and they had such an interesting geometric design to them, so I was very tempted by them. Some more beautiful hand beading here. Isn't that gorge? And then this felt, I couldn't figure out if it was a necklace or if it was a little bag charm, but definitely Indian coded. Some more tribal vibes here. Wasn't sure about that red though. And then what else have we got? Oh yeah, a little Diamante bracelet there, hearts. That was cute. And this bangle was great. I should have got that actually, but I left it there. Okay, today's quirky tip. Don't discount random pieces like this. I know they look so far out, but they can actually be, well, first of all, great for Halloween and costumes, but things like this definitely can have a bit of a high fashion element to them. So let's talk about these leggings. As soon as I saw them, it made me think of one of my favorite Chanel collections that Karl Lagerfeld did, Paris, Bombay. That show was incredible. It was the perfect hybrid of Indian, British Raj, coupled with the French fashion house, classics like the tweed jackets and the padded leather, and they had leggings like this with more kind of Indian style jackets, beautiful ornate beadings. The models had dreads. It was the coolest freaking collection. So I was very tempted by these leggings, but I just don't think they were going to fit me. These were very interesting Doc Martens. They were kind of like if Doc Martens and R.M. Williams had a love child. I've never seen anything like this before. Have you guys ever seen a Doc Marten that looked like that? Now, look at all this denim. Do you know that it takes over 10,000 litres of water to make one pair of new jeans? But yet we have all of this denim in thrift stores that we can utilize. People have worn this in, you can get some cool cuts. Welcome to my shooniverse. I need a pair of classic black heels, preferably strappy, kind of into this thong style. Sorry if you're American, I don't mean that kind of thong. Sandal maybe, heeled sandal. I really do like these, but I just think I would probably fall out of them. These were really nice too, but such a bummer about that strap. There are some things that you do have to buy new, and I think it could be the case for me with a pair of classic black heels. These were really pretty, but I think I would definitely need an ambulance after a while. Or a glambulance from wearing these. That looks painful as. So pretty though. I love a heel. I just love to know that there's a chair close by so I can sit. All right, I tried these thong sandal situations on. Very cute, but I would literally last 2 seconds and I would fall out of them. They just felt a little bit big for me, but they were in really good condition. These were cute. They were a little kitten heel, but I don't know, they sort of squashed my toes a bit, and I feel like with long dresses and things it's maybe better if you can see my toe, especially coming into summer, white toenail season. If you follow politics and fashion on YouTube and Instagram, you'll know about that. Feather trim, very cool. This is something that you could do to any shoe really. You could add feather trim, you could add brooches, you could add Diamante bling like that. You could add you can get shoe clip-ons, you can get shoe chains. Lots of good things that you can do with a simple pair of stilettos. That's the kind of style that I want in just plain black, but not backbreakingly high. Got distracted by this mesh dress on the rack next to the shoes. That would be so cool for layering or wearing a swimsuit underneath, but I wanted it to be a bit bigger and a bit flowier. It was a bit fitted. And then I spotted these, pretty perfect, but again, just looks hella uncomfortable. Talking about flats, how sweet are these? They would be great with a ripped denim jean or a simple suit or a nice pencil skirt or 3/4 skirt. But it's not what I'm after. This belt really had me musing. The buckle was very 90s, but it's Hugo Boss. 100% leather, made in Argentina. The leather was insanely beautiful, but the buckle just doesn't seem like something Boss would do. I don't know. What do you think? This bag was gorgeous. Look how cute, but it was just a fast fashion piece. I always have a look in the bags though, because bags are such a great way to elevate your outfit. I mean, look at this piece. The beading and the details of it was absolutely gorgeous. Imagine that with just a white linen suit or a lime green dress. And then this vintage piece was absolutely gorgeous. When I had a look inside, it was just, yeah, very, very vintage. Had the old tag. Had the old smell too, unfortunately. And then look at this tag, made in Italy. Very like Y2K-ish. I love the pewter tone. And then hello, vintage Pierre Cardin. Stunning black glow mesh with the gold chain strap. This is such a classic piece. There was a mini haberdashery Manchester section in the bags and scarves. Doilies, little bits of lace, applique. I love pieces like this because the world is your oyster. It's just up to you how creative you can be. And one of my favorite Dior collections definitely had this aesthetic to it. So if you can sew, get into it, mate. Serious Celine vibes with this scarf. Such a great way to tap into a designer aesthetic. Just add some jeans and a great blazer and you would definitely have a Celine look. This is very Azadine Alaya, particularly 90s Alaya. So you could add a piece like that around your hips. You could tie it on a bag or you could turn it into a top. You would definitely get that feel. Speaking of designer, I spotted a huge DKNY scarf. I really liked the print. I loved how it had the logo throughout, but sadly it was just a poly and the quality really wasn't there. But then this, not a scarf, but talk about quality, this was like a little place setting set. And the whole thing was leather with embroidery. Isn't that gorgeous? So unique. You can find some really cool homewares in thrift stores. We have a lot of things in our apartment that we've found secondhand and we've thrifted. One more bag I wanted to show you. The beading on this was insane. It made me think of the beading that you would see on a Y2K Fendi baguette. Obviously this is a completely different shape, but you would definitely see that kind of ornate beading. It's a shame it wasn't on the back though, but something like that with a suit would be such a cool contrast. I went over to the dresses, had a quick look through. This gave me a little bit of Mizoni vibes as well, but a lot of the dresses were just cheapy, fast fashion and nothing major really stood out. This skirt stood out though. Look at the beautiful butterfly detailing. I don't know if this has been hand painted after the effect or it came like that, but it's some pretty high grade details. Land's End I think was the name of the brand. I like the wash of the denim too. It was quite unique, but seeing this made me think about the power of embellishing your thrift pieces with patches and applique. Does anyone remember when this skirt was like all the vibe, the trend, everybody wanted one, everybody had one? I mean, leopard print is always in fashion if you ask me. I thought the details of this skirt, very brocadey, was absolutely gorgeous. It was Miss Selfridge. It was really cute, that piece. And this was nice too. I think it was jigsaw, yeah. And I liked the metallic shimmer element to that. Either of those skirts with just a simple black top and heels and a blazer would be chef's kiss. Super chic. Further to my conversation about looking for sleeves that stand out, look at that. She's giving Great Gatsby. Coming into the festive season, finding a great dress. Look at this velvet piece. Finding a great dress is a really good thing to do because you can mix and match. The silk on this dress was silking. Wow, it was so incredibly soft. Definitely a higher ticketed priced item in a thrift store, but you're getting some seriously good silk. This could be controversial, but in my opinion, don't forget to check the sleepwear. Sometimes you can find silk items. These sadly were not silk, but my point is pajama pants and cool prints can be worn during the day. Like you could wear that with a strappy sandal, a nice white singlet, or you could wear it with a suit jacket. Don't discount. Now this girl, she was giving Cavalli vibes. Look at that brooch detailing there. And this was another silk piece. I'm guessing maybe a bridesmaid's dress or maybe wedding. That tag makes it look a little bit older too. And it's the tulle underskirt for me. I love the contrast of wearing something like that with dock boots as I would with this piece. Hello, Halloween queen. The things you could do with a piece like that for a costume, but also it doesn't have to be a costume. It's gorgeous. You could wear it very cool McQueen style, like I said, with dock boots. You could wear a t-shirt underneath it, but she's also definitely giving high fashion Halloween. I loved that this thrift store had a dedicated Halloween section because seriously, I say this all the time, nothing is scarier than waste. And big holidays like Halloween, Christmas, New Year's, there's so much waste and people buy so many new things, but look, there's like an abundance of secondhand items that you can utilize to create your costume. I love how the staff here have kind of put it into sections. Like there's leopard print, there's some more kind of, island colorful vibes. They even had a specific sign. The magic is in the DIY details. Amen to that. They had hats, they had masks, so many things that you can do. And I really dive into like designer aesthetics and try to come up with like fun ways to reinvent it. Like I've done Gulci, I've done Schiaparelli. So just play around and have fun.
Ew, get off of me! Ugh, as if!
My thoughts exactly, babe. Why would you buy a brand new Halloween costume when you can totally thrift it? As soon as I saw this, it took me straight to Cher in her iconic 1994 Jean-Paul Gaultier skirt suit set. I mean, this is so close. Pretty sure it was linen too. Okay, here's my thoughts. Cut it in half, and then you've got a two-piece set. Add in the white t-shirt, the white thigh highs, little yellow cardi, and you are living your best clueless dreams. Seriously, go green for Halloween because nothing is scarier than waste.
Hi cuties, I'm back home. This was an interesting thrift trip. So evident that every time you go, you just gotta be open and you've just gotta flow, that rhymed, with what the angels bestow upon you. So I was thinking to look for a birthday dress to wear to dinner with my hubby, but I didn't really find anything. And I think that's proof that what we have is enough, and it's okay to rewear things, and you don't always need something new for a new occasion. It's nice, but if you don't find it, the world's not going to end, and it's just good to tap back into the pieces that you do have. And I have a beautiful dress, so I'm going to wash my hair and fake tan and do all of that and feel fabulous, do my nails, and it will be just fine. In fact, it will be fabulous. I am going to show you briefly what I found. And when I say briefly, it is briefly because I didn't find a lot of things. And the more that I'm building my small business, Opshopulence.com, the pickier I have become. I'm very discerning with the pieces that I do invite into my world, and I'm kind of not really shopping for myself as much anymore. I'm more excited about finding pieces for you, building up my store, focusing on that. It's a cool journey. It's tough, it's a lot of work building a small business, but I'm really enjoying the process so far, and I really appreciate you supporting me. If you've shopped with me, I am so grateful. Every order I get, I swear I do a happy dance. Sometimes I might even cry. It just means a lot. That's that on that. So I'm thinking to do something special for my birthday on Opshopulence.com, a little special birthday drop. I'm gonna call it Trip Around the Sun, tapping into that whole endless vacation, trinkets and talismans from other parts of the world, because that's what the angels seem to keep delivering to me, which I'm hoping is a sign that your girl's gonna eventually get to go on an actual holiday. I don't know if you have your own small businesses, but I can't really see a holiday anytime soon. So I'm really tapping into pieces that are reminding me of faraway places and places I would love to go to. But that's what will be in that collection, and I will tag everything in the description below, and you can check it out. If you can support, that would be the best birthday present ever. I'm hoping for my birthday next year, Lee and I can jump on a plane and we can come and do sourcing trips and videos around the USA and the UK. Really beautiful talismans and trinkets, as I like to call it. First up is this beautiful piece. It's all leather, and this is a really sturdy metal. I absolutely love this piece, and it's very much on trend, but has a really timeless and definitely 90s coded, Michael Kors coded. It's great as is, or you can definitely layer and cascade with a piece like this. So I love that one. I'm going to create some little matching sets in the collection. So there'll be pieces that will end up having a little partner. Look at this stunning piece, all hand beaded. Isn't it divine? Even the clasp is beautiful. I just thought that was so special. And I'm thinking maybe team that one with this gorgeous black beaded necklace, longer with this really great little pearl accent and a bit of bling. I really like those two together, and it makes me think of Africa, the Amazon, somewhere fabulous, Marrakesh. Next I found this very cool wooden piece. I just love the abstract sort of geometric nature of it. It's so interesting. Little square bead here, some circular beads, and then this very cool, quite tribal piece. But it's all wood and leather. And I kind of like the contrast of the pure shells with that to pick up the white in there. So I think that could be a good duo as well. I found a couple of gorgeous brooches. I already have a brooches category on opshopulence.com, so check that out. Some have already been snapped up. Scarab beetle vibes. Look at all those diamantes. Isn't it divine? Such a cool vintage piece. And then I found this. I think it's Chinese or Japanese. My Asian beauties, holler at me. What does this mean? I like the concept of it being from somewhere far away as well. I found the most gorgeous vintage belt. Guessing late 80s. I mean, this is something that you would see now on the Isabel Marant or Chloe runway, I feel. Look at this buckle. Isn't that insane? It's so heavy. It's almost, I mean, it's kind of a bit Schiaparelli as well if you layered it up. It's a really solid brass buckle, and then this white leather in pristine condition. It's absolutely gorgeous. Let me know what you think. Is it 80s or 90s? I think this is unreal. It's so unique. And to find it in white too, in pristine condition. Imagine that over a beautiful linen dress, like a silk slip. If you're coming into the fall and the winter, a great wool suit would look incredible as well as like a cool contrast. And then do what I love to do, layer up your belts. Do a couple more above it or below, or you could do a chain belt underneath, would look really cool. I did a whole video about restyling belts. I am obsessed with belts. I think they're such a great accessory and a really cool way to reinvent simple pieces. Accessories do all the talking. This almost has a bit of a Navajo vibe to it as well with the pattern. It's so Celine. Look at this. It's just the perfect Celine scarf. Look at those colors. I mean, team that with denim, navy blue, royal blue, especially with the rings. Serious Celine vibes. Oh, and I also found this little vintage power shell brooch. Look at that. Isn't that great? I like the geometric style of it. It's really interesting, almost a bit 80s as well. And I found a beautiful larger size corset in the most amazing watercolors. Isn't that gorgeous? There was a collection at New York Fashion Week by Ulla Johnson, and she did a collaboration. I talked about this in one of my other videos. She did a collaboration with the archives of an artist. I forget the artist's name, but I'll pop it on the screen. And it was very much this kind of aesthetic. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. Again, great for summer, but I think it would be very cool contrasted with a masculine suit as well. Now, I haven't forgotten about the Fashion Month videos. I have just been so flat out trying to do everything myself as one little person. So I'm getting there, and I'm definitely doing my research. I'm gonna have a bit of time for my birthday, and then I will get back to it for sure. But the good thing is these are, you know, shows and trends that we're gonna be talking about for the next 6 months. So I'm not running late. I'll be right on time. So that was it. It was a good thrift trip, and it was nice to just get off my devices and get outside and get into the thrift vibe and the thrifty energy. Going to be a great birthday, bring in some fresh energy, a new start, a new path. I'm really looking forward to having dinner with my hubby and just taking a bit of time out. Do check out opshopulence.com. There's lots of goodies on there apart from this collection as well. There's lots of different categories that you can have a shop around, and I'm constantly sourcing and looking for things to add to it. So if you can support, I would be super grateful. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are such a great birthday present. This community is amazing. It's growing every week and I love it. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Happy birthday to me. Happy unbirthday to you. If you know what that means, you know. And I will see you really soon for the next one, loves. Bye. It's my birthday, so of course I have to bring the Opshopulence. This dress is thrifted. Sorry for the noisy people in the background. This dress is thrifted. So is my bag. These are my wedding shoes from almost 10 years ago now, and they are still going strong. Go the lubes. And then I've layered up some bling. Nails, of course. My husband gave me these beautiful bracelets for prosperity, luck, groundedness, all the good things. We're calling it in. So happy birthday to me and happy unbirthday to you.